If it works, we have a recording of it. If it doesn't, yeah, I'll do it differently tomorrow then. Now, which one is which? Let me close this one. Okay. That's the reason also why I came on a little bit early today. Because if it happened after 3, that would be a great opening movement, and then immediately a push back up. In about 15 minutes from now, that would actually be the perfect entry that we can have. The reason why I still believe we would go up, because actually we sweeped everything already. If we do push lower and there is no valid entry, then we can have a huge drop actually. We will see what gives us. So pick yourself something to drink. In the meantime, we'll have about, I believe, 7 minutes anyways before this will show us what it wants to do. I do want that grab of liquidity before we actually enter that long. I hope nobody traded the news, because if it's not your model, you should not trade it. Okay, I got myself a drink in the meantime. So is the model to DBL time-based liquidity swept taken the first minute? Yeah, so we take the first minute for value gap off of it, but we do need a change in delivery. So after we have a move down, we do need it showing us that it actually wants to go higher again. And yeah, the reason why we're having chopping is because it is possible that we have FOMC, and FOMC means I'm actually reading this at this point, what FOMC is. If you never have known what FOMC is, go to the book, The Lords of Easy Money, it's called. And FOMC stands for, I read it in here. There are actually only 12 people that do FOMCs. So there are 12 persons actually that manage the FOMC, and those are actually the people that control all of the money or the money that's been printed. Anyways, if you never have heard anything about this, please do look it up or just read the book here. It's about 350 pages, but it learns you how money works actually. So you will hear when the sweep comes. My alarms are on. Still taking a look if I can find what the meaning was. It actually has a nice explanation why money is constantly going deeper in debt. And why money is constantly a little bit less worthy. Yeah, it's because it prints extra. That's true, but we do need to know actually why also, if you're interested into it. If you are reading this book, you will never keep savings, cash savings. Ja. Wat is dan vertaling erbij? Wat het is? Oh, maybe just look it up, John. It's even faster. Yeah, Federal Open Market Community. So FOMC is actually people that do something at closed doors. So actually, you're not able to see what they're doing. So they are now actually talking to each other behind closed doors what they will do at the market rates. So interest rates and the money supply, if they will print extra or anything else like that. If you were interested in knowing this, if not, now you know it too. I knew there was something about it, but I actually did not know yet what. So anybody has no idea what I'm talking about, I'm just gonna tell you in front of it. Money is not from the government; it's actually from an organization outside of the government. So it's actually a private organization that has access to printing money, and they call it the Federal Reserve banking system. It's not a bank at all. So it does look like we will have to be patient until market opens. When I start drop here, I just came online because there was a big possibility that it just continue to take this out before it went higher. And this is why we took one trade in the morning session and we actually stopped because look, we are still in the same range. And if you see this kind of action movement, stay off the charts. We took some profit. It's not much this morning, but profit is a profit. And this is how actually you gain money by not trading if your model doesn't show. So I know a lot of you are also still in playbit group, and Nix does love to trade that model. Please, if you do follow his streams, do it on a different account. I have gotten from one person full information at this point, so I'm still being patient. I'm still being patient for all the rest. So I hope you guys are actually doing the tasks or the assignments that I'm putting you up to. If you don't, it's your choice, but you take just a longer way to be funded in trading. So I'm here to make sure that you can do it in 12 weeks, but I cannot put you up to it to actually do the exercises. That's your choice. If you don't do it, you just be a bit more patient until you get to where I'm at. If I had somebody tell me to do this all over again, if I was back 5 years ago and somebody told me all of this before I started this, I would probably not believe it in the beginning, but if I would, I definitely would have done it. I know some things are very strange, nobody tells about it, but I'm an abnormal trader anyway, so. Oh. When is FOMC anyways? Let me take a look. When we actually are showing FOMC. When is that news coming out? Oh, it's at 8. Phew. No, the market will move something before that. And they will not go completely sideways until then. If they pronounce it today openly and they say how much the interest rate go up or down, that would be huge for actually or increase or decrease of money supply. If the interest rates go down, that means that banks can actually borrow money cheaper. If the interest rates go up, that means that you have to pay more for getting every dollar out of it. So congratulations for somebody that sent me the pictures that you're already studying the Candlestick Bible. I mean, that is fast, so very good work, I must say. I know it's not an easy book, but you're doing it, so congratulations. I know if you're here in the stream that you know who I'm talking about. I can't see the chat on the sideways. I cannot see who is in the stream, yes or no. I don't have to see. So tomorrow morning, if I do stream, it will be again on YouTube. If everything works, I will take my gaming computer out of it so I can take a recording constantly. Let me know if anything is not working out on the course at this point, so on the bootcamp, so I can help. It's the most important thing, of course. If you have questions, write them down for tomorrow because the start will be actually a Q&A. So I actually want some questions if you have any, so I can help fix them, solve them, make sure you go faster forward. But just asking me, it actually increases the speed that you get profitable. But if the market just goes sideways for all the time, we are not going to do anything. Now we're just going to stay off the computer. We already made a small profit this morning. And that's also fine. Yeah, of course. I'll put it in chat. If you look up crypto bill, you can actually see it also in chat. I believe it's just above you. Yeah. You scroll a little bit up. It's just in the chat above you. So scroll about 7 conversations up or something like that. So I don't need to post it again. I'll put this. I'll put a copy link and mention it to you. So here. This is how actually I prefer to use them. Oh, this is how I tested it also. So it actually worked perfectly. So in 4 minutes we will have market open, and it does look like it wants to fall through this. Don't do anything, just be patient. The model will show itself. So main reasons why markets do sideways movement is actually they need all of this liquidity up and down to actually do a movement or to push it the market in the direction they first need to go. So actually, if the market wants to go up, it will take out upper liquidity, down liquidity, and then actually continue the direction that it wants to go. The reason why it does this, because it then took everybody here that wanted to short or and breakout traders that actually longed when this is tapped, they are trapped, and all that buy side liquidity is taken. Then here sell side liquidity has been taken, and then actually it makes the move because the market makes it actually use huge amount of liquidity, and I don't mean like 5 contracts. I do mean a few million contracts they put in it immediately, and this is how the market actually gets those contracts. They need to take this all out. If you're trading on a future account, or if you're trading on a prop firm, you are trading with fake money. So you're not even putting an order inside. Remember that always. But the reason why I'm telling this is because you should never be, you should always have faith in the model and always put the same amount into it. Like this morning, I should have put twice a full R inside. So 1 more minute till open. As long as it doesn't sweep one or the other side, we actually have nothing to do. We can just be sitting here and be patient. I will be not online for FOMC. That's not my time anymore to trade. I do hope you are all journaling at this point, that you actually keep it up. Vakaol, that's same question that Bill just asked. Look a little bit up. It's if you press on that live session in the chat, you can actually see it. So my time session of New York just opened already. So this is the lower part that we're doing at this point. So it looks like if this gets taken out, that would be actually perfect. My trading view is a little bit slow today. So if you hear a noise in a minute, that's my alarm going off. It just says, hey, take a look. I'm not sure that you guys can hear it, but yeah, that is how they actually put it in. So so no sweep. So they start at 7, but this one starts 2 at 7. So I think the person that actually built this trading session, that all adds up to each other. So it just takes the time zone of itself. Yeah, very strange. I was looking at it the same way that you did. But if you put them in, you should actually see those time-based. And if you watch the recording, you will also see it. I put it in New York Times based, that you can actually write it down. I believe that was on the end of the movie. I believe the last 5 to 7 minutes, somewhere like that. I put a text on the screen. We're actually showing you where the times are on. Yeah, like I said. So if it starts all at 7, so do mine. I have no idea why they do it like this. So that will be the sweep soon enough. We actually missed it by an inch. Did MNQ take it? Yeah, MNQ did take it. I should just be a bit more patient. I do want to see it actually MQ take it too.
Hey, take a look.
So that was the alarm. I will take Asia too. That would be even better. Trading view is a bit slow today. So now we be patient. What do you want to see now? Is actually, I would prefer to sweep it one more time and take Asia out too. That would be actually then all liquidity has been taken. So each session then has been taken out then by New York, and then we just wait for 1 minute inversion or change in state of delivery, and then actually have a value gap created out of it and take a long off of it. Where to? Of course, yeah, that would be London's high, at least. Well, we do need an entry, of course. And I'm already on the 1 minute, so that's a very small FEG. Here's one. So if we do get that one, that would be a 25-point stop. I would prefer it that it actually swept this high before taking it. So that did create that one now. So if it now taps it, I'll entering along. So this would be the model then. We will take it up as high as we can. If it gives us the entry, of course. Oh, come on, New York. So actually, this is my entry here. So we will be patient. If it hits, I'll immediately take an entry on that part. If not, I'm not gonna jump in it. Then we'll have patience, and then we will see a 15-minute inversion. So this one, and now we can have the 5-minute entry. That's just as good. So even here, patience is very keyful, or a must, because now it actually swept its own session. So you can see this was the start of the session. No, this was actually the start of the session here. So now it actually swept its own high. So actually it took the full NQ session out. So that was actually also for value gap, but I didn't want to take that one. I actually wanted to take one lower. We still got 7 minutes in this 15-minute candle. We will see what this happens. Yeah, if you would have put it at here, it would have actually be quite a big stop. Still doable, 40 points, but the reason why I didn't like it completely is because we didn't sweep Asia yet. So I will be patient. It doesn't have to. But if it taps this one, I am entering it. So now we got a tap on that second. We still have one more. So I'll count this off. So this is actually about 26 point stop. So that would be full or 26 is 50. That's 4 contracts. If you have a $200 stop. Heb je eruit gaan? Zijn je er aan het gaan? Uit de soetje doen maar. Ik heb dat vraagt ook. Te goed. Wat zult we doen, ja? Toen heb ik die ook. Of wat dat nieuw, ne? Dus ja, had er 4 contracten gaan. Instantly. En dan stop met de low. I'm watching the chart at a minute, so like I said, entry point is actually this. So that would be 23,476. This is the entry I want to see. We have this 15-minute candle too. We will see how fast this reaction is. Because that was exactly up and directly back down. If the market decides then to take this entry and rally to HLO, I'm okay with it too. We will have an extra entry model, of course. No touch yet. Yeah, correct. It's actually indeed based on the retest of that fair value gap. So immediately when it taps it, we enter. This is 1 minute, so 80% of the time, actually, we get the tap immediately. If we don't, we can sit here for that at least for 15, 20 minutes sometimes. So no tap is actually no entry, because there is nothing else to take an entry off. The good thing is that we can then go up in time frames if we want to. So if this 15 minutes shows a movement up and we have a 5 minute for value gap in here where we can enter, we can use this also as an entry model. It's actually just the same, but then on a 5 minute base. The only thing is we do not have any fair value gaps on this 15 minutes or on these 5 minutes. So there is actually nowhere to enter it yet. And this is now the not easy part in trading. Even if you see the market go where you wanted to see it go, and your entry model did not fully fulfill it, you do not trade. So even look, this is not easy for me too. I wanted to jump into this, but this is how profitable traders keep being profit. If the entry model is not fully there, we do not enter it. So this is 45 minutes. 15. So this means actually we had the warp range too. That model you know out of your, I know everybody knows this model already, so I don't need to tell you that yet. So we will have that London high already.
Hey, take a look.
We can see it's a nice 15-minute change in state. We have closed above the last down candle, so that's very beautiful to see. Now we do need an entry somewhere, but on the 5 minutes, we do not have any fair value gaps. So no matter what it taps here, we can't long off of it because we don't see a place where to enter. So I'll take this one off for a second. Now on the other hand, we did sweep again time-based liquidity. That's on top. So we have actually the same model now to the opposite side. Yeah, but it's huh? So it's not because we wanted to long off of here that it's not possible because the market has been going sideways. It took out high, so it's even possible it will take out now Asia session for everybody that already longed here. So if I get my model the opposite side, I'll take it to Asia low. So it's changed in state. Now I need the fair value gap create out of it. It's exactly the same model. Even my brain did not think it would happen this way, but that's trading. It's still a 2.3, so I would take this. Doesn't matter. I do believe it will take Asia out. So if it taps, I'm taking a short from here. Distance is 23 points. So 23 points would say that it is same for contracts. Now this actually does not happen a lot. That we actually have lower time-based liquidity being taken and upper, and that we actually still have Asia lows left. Normally it takes out both sides immediately. Now the good question is, if this one gets tapped, what do we take? Now I don't have an answer yet for that. I'm not in anything. No trade shit. Only if there's an entry. So I didn't have an entry model. So this was my tap, or here's my tap. So none of them have been tapped yet. Same for this. So actually I wanted to long from this liquidity pool. I had no entry. And same, I want to short from here, and I had no entry. I did prefer longs from here off, but it's not what I prefer that will give me. Because you can see how big this 15-minute immediately reaction back off of it is. That 1 hour is like fully undecided at this point. And the only thing that we did not sweep yet is Asia low. If it needs all the liquidity, we just build up liquidity from the upside, and then we would actually go further up. That's actually the tap. Panneke in een long heb dingen. 4. Stop wat te logen. Stop wat te logen. So first one tapped was this one, so I did enter this. I took a long instead of a short. We will see what happens. So actually this is the first time even in my back testing that I've seen this, so I will see what happens. Because actually this was the first move, we tapped and then we did sweep higher liquidity. If it now sweeps Asia, I'm fine with it. I will re-enter it when the lows. So I am in a long. I believe I entered it here somewhere. Target will be, I believe, 23,600 or something like that. Would be at least a 3R. If we see for value gaps created out of it, we have an extra entry and then continue higher. De stop is eigenlijk op 23.451. Oh ja, het gaat een beetje lager daar. We doen een beetje lager. Zet maar wat het. So I'll put this immediately in the notes when we are trading this on FOMC, if it actually is worth trading it. And now we can be patient again, see what happens. Now this 15-minute actually moved just as fast up as moved back down, so you can still hit up any movement. We're still like going nowhere at this point, so I will put stops faster at break even after a second fair value gap that's been created. We'll put stops at BE and then we move further up. Not sure, somebody asked something. Well, like I said, it's the first time I had a sweep on the upside and a down part, like in 3 minutes. So in 4 minutes, we do have home pending house music and home sales, mom, and then 4:30 again, something's okay. We could have some volatile moves here. Was that a sweep of everything? No, not yet. Oh, somebody passed here like 20 meters from my van to the street side, so it's about I believe we're sitting about 8 or 10 meters from the street itself, and I smell the perfume coming inside my van from ages. Jesus, people. So I want to see right now a new full value gap being created out of this, and if there is one, if we create a new one, that's actually what I want to see. Then that the market does move that direction. I do want to see this 15-minute move a little bit more further up. But I do put this in my notes if we see this again on FOMC. Maybe it's a no trading day then. Like I said, in backtesting, you actually don't know what news is. You can't see it. So 1 more minute until that news comes. Even the second one that I want to enter here, we never got it. So now we all can do is be patient. Let the market do its thing. We're in it anyways, or I'm in it anyways. I don't know this model works, so that didn't do anything. I'll sit here for the next 30 minutes. If the market doesn't move at all, like we're in here for a half hour and market actually did nothing. It started here and it's still at the same place. If it keeps doing just sideways movements, it's better not to trade again. So it's better than to keep everything that we made. And then we come back tomorrow for next session. Or if it drops now and it takes London, if it takes Asia out, fine too. I'll find a new entry. Then I want to give it one more try to take it back up. So if you want a bit more clarity, maybe take a 5-minute look. So this actually says nothing. The market does actually no movement. 15 minutes the same, so we just had same two movements. 1 hour, took the lows and took the highs, so no decision. This is actually called, it should be a little bit smaller to call a doji. And we all know normally how New York moves, and this is actually a slow moving market for New York even. So there is a big possibility that indeed everybody is having patience until FOMC drops, or then we see the movement actually. Like I said, I'm not online at 8 o'clock in the evening. For the one time that my kid is not at home, I'll probably do something with my wife in a few minutes after this trading session anyways. So even here you can see the market is not showing us anything. There's nothing creating out of it. So in all these candles here, there's no fair value gaps being created, no movement. It slowly decreases a little bit, but we also build up a lot of liquidity then on the upper part. So we have two ways that it still can go from here. Because New York session actually do not take out its own wick all the times, because they are putting stops here too. So this is actually what I thought, that it would sweep everything out the first time. But you can read as good candles if you want to, and sideways markets, it has no point. I'm not even trying. I'm just letting everything be okay. Because we will be very happy if we take a profit, and we will have to be happy too when we don't take a profit. And if you're not, write down why in your journal so we can read it, so I can help with that mindset. So this is now the upper movement. Let's see if we create a value gap out of this. On the second fair value gap that's created after this one, we can actually put our stops then to, actually to this low. So it would reduce a little bit. It reduces 16 points. So it should not come back then. So I believe that's a half hour then maximum. But we do need to be patient until it's tapped. So I'll tell you when we can move it. Until then, it's just not even worth it. So we need to be patient. So we create one. This is the second one actually we created now. I do want to see if we get a tap of it. This is actually the part my wife likes the most, adding to the trades. She likes the adrenaline or the change in mindset. So if you get a tap and we have a continuation moving further upwards, you can put your stop here. But I do want to see that tap first. Now, if this one holds, we should have a fast reaction back out of it in the next 23 seconds. So that's a second for value gap. Now it's been tapped. So we should actually not come back under this wick. If we do fall under this wick here, oh, it's 23,471. We probably get tapped out. Bless you. Even in this 5 minute, okay, it looks like the wick weighed a bit down, but on a sideways movement, it doesn't tell anything yet. 15 minutes, still 4 minutes in. The hourly, how does it look? And for the short, actually, we didn't have an entry because this was our entry part. So if the market stays this slow, like it's now moving, I am not taking an extra entry. This will probably be our stop in the next 3 minutes. I'll take my journal. Time-based sweep both sides, up and down, FOMC. Sideways market. That took a long. And we entered it on. Actually, this candle here, we should have entered it at 6.52. This was still 30. Exit. I don't know yet. So if you did not touch any buttons yet and you're still in this trade with me, congratulate yourself, because we came close to our entry and to our exit a few times. Even if it goes up, you didn't do anything. Perfectly great. You're becoming a perfect trader. Because this is actually what we need to do nothing. If we're in a trade, we need to let the trade do its thing itself. That's the only thing we actually can become profitable, of the only way. So now we created a new fair value gap out of this. If it goes a bit further up and comes above this wick, we can put our stop just under here. I don't want to see it come back here. I do want to see it now continue higher. It needs to go above 23,000. So 23,499 is stop at BE. Not before. Wait until it gets above here. Yeah, so Fred, I can give you a pointer with that. So if you ever take trades live, go look at TradingView instead of your trading account. So what takes it off? You don't see the P&Ls. You see actually nothing on the screen. So I can't see where my entries are. I can't see where everything is. You can just actually use your phone or just use another tablet, open it, and keep yourself accountable on it so that you don't jump from left to right. Just watch it on here. You will see it when your stop is here anyway. So, but then your mind cannot be tricked for, oh, I made this much profit, I want to get in, and oh, I made this much not profit, I want to stay in or get out sooner. So try it that way. Maybe it helps you faster to grow. Some people love to see the P&L, some people don't. So if the problem is on any X platform, you cannot put everything away. So it's always something on the left or the right side. It keeps going with numbers. Even if you put percentage on the screen, it keeps doing the same. The reason why you should always let your stop or TP take something is because if we now should have jumped out here, jumped back in, jumped back out, jumped back in, actually would have given already 3R or something like that to the market. And we didn't do anything, which is still in the same range. This market can easily just go back up, or that it can go down at this point. And this 1 minute, this is not telling me anything in a 1 minute. Actually, I need to take a 5 minute or a 15 minute, and actually these even these levels don't tell me much. Reason why is this is the same level, so it didn't do anything. There's no fair value gaps created out of any movement in this one. So the only fair value gap is here. And we did sweep that liquidity. So this was the main thing why we took along from it. It swept liquidity. The only thing is, at the same 15 minute, actually, it swept the upper part too. That's the only thing I don't like about this trade, that we actually swept both sides. But except of that, I believe we still would go up. And the reason is why, because if we look at the major trend, we are still wanting to go higher. We can see this is actually some time that we already been trading upwards. And if you actually do something to get out of the trade before you actually get stopped out, that means that you actually have no faith in your model. So if you have no faith in your model, go back test it. Actually, go to TradeZella, use the code Casper 2024. You're in the bootcamp anyway, so take at the course material, look where everything is, put that in there, test this model out until you have at least 6 months of testing. The reason why you have to do this is just to let your brain see that it works. And if you can see it, just put that paper in front of you, or put that information that you have in front of you. And if you do that, you will see actually that it's profitable in the longer term. So it's maybe not profitable today, but it will be profitable in a few weeks. Trading is a probability game. So we actually trade with proof that it works, this model. I've back tested it, but I want you to do it the same. So if we have a candle close above here, you can put your stop actually to this low. The reason why no BE yet, because actually we created a new fair value gap in here. If this was a complete candle close all the way up, that would have been good. But anybody can see that this market is not going anywhere at this point. Like I said, if the next 10 minutes we're still in the same range and we didn't close above or below, I'm not gonna take another trade. Point of it, then I'm actually almost at the time that I'm actually trading anymore. So now we have a tap here. We should actually move fast away from. So first 30 seconds would be nice, and the next seconds we should actually move away from it. Actually, the last 5 seconds would be the best. Yeah, I know I'm watching the 1 minute, but if you want to zoom out for yourself, watch the 5 minutes. This looks better. This looks like a little bit of movement upwards. So this is positive for our trade. If it helps your mindset, everything for helping your own mindset, because trading is 99% mindset, and then learn to follow your model. That's the second part. That's the 1% extra. If you can do that, you will be the most profitable trader in the world, or one of the most profitable traders in the world. It's just consistency. You probably have heard this before, but this is actually how it works. So, okay, now we have created a new one out of it. If you want, you can put your stop just under this. So that would be 23,479. So actually, now you reduced all risk. You got about how many points inside? 3.5 points. And if we create a new If we tap this one again, I'm going to take an extra entry. The reason I didn't take it is actually it was on my entry level still. So if we create a new fair value gap, what we are doing now at this point, and we have a tap, I'm putting a half hour at risk again till this stop. So now if you didn't do anything, you're now at almost 1 hour profit. That would be 1 hour right now. Ja, we moeten stopkeren mooi zetten, dat ik het kan zien. De stop zou eigenlijk naar 23.479 moeten gaan. En dan moet je tot een halve uur weer gaan. 479. Dat is echt wijze. Dat is echt heel dicht bij stop. Dus als hij nu terugkomt, moet je indoen totdat je op $100 komt terug. Dus je moet extra contracten toevoegen totdat je aan $100 komt. So look, being patient, how good this actually helps. So we are now at 1.7 hour profit. So you can choose what you do here. If you want to take a full profit, you can. If you want to hold and continue, you can put your stop. It's 5 points, people. So actually, it's 1/4 of an hour for me, my stop. I'm holding. I actually want to see if we can continue higher. So my final 2P would actually be that 600 level or just a little bit below. That would be a 3R. That's more than welcome. I said this through with you also. I'm actually trading this with you guys. So I know you can't see it on the screen, but it's on my other screen because otherwise I need to change constantly. The reason why I wanted to actually take, I at least want to take it to this level. So that would be 23,450. Yeah. So if we tap this one here, I'm entering again. I don't believe, I actually have no idea how many contracts that would be. So let me take a look to here. That is 23. That's one contract you can enter. To have a half hour. Then we have a half hour at risk. Because my stop is at 23,479. That's about $50 at this point. If you have, and I want to add, I would actually only add a half hour risk again. Reason why I can put it here, this is the first fair value gap. That's the second one that's been created out of it. So there's no reason for fully return if the market wants to continue higher anyways. Otherwise, it's just going to be sideways action. I am not looking at the chat, so I did not. Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's why that's actually exactly what most people are. And any trader has to go over it. So everybody that is learning to trade, this is the tricky part where people actually, if you don't want to add, I'm fine with it. I will give it a half hour again. So it doesn't matter. It's only a half hour risk. And it will actually increase my profit. So if we enter here, another one stops at the same level. And I go to that high again. That gives me an extra 0.6, 0.7, 6 is 12, 0.8, no, 0.9. So this gives me an extra R for a half hour to put actually $50 more to risk. They're just to the same level, so that makes me 2. That makes me almost 3R for a half our risk. That's actually a very nice amount that I would actually take any time. That's 3 out of 1. No, that's 6 out of 1. But I do need that tap on this lowest part, not the previous. I do want this one here. If we now go above here, you can put your stop to this low. Then you're actually already in profit. So if you go above this high, you can put your stop here. So that would be 23,485. But we do need the close above that high. Because as you watch now, this 15 minutes, that's totally different as 5 minutes ago. This 5 minute also shows us that we had a fair value gap created out of it. So it can tap this, of course. But we'll be patient. So this is that tap. You can add one more contract, actually. So I'm adding one more contract. You can do what you want. So that gave me 95 now, so I'm a little far. If this now goes correctly, we get actually a 3R out of it. So that means that we actually get 600, something like that. Ja, weet het niet, zet het er niet. Ja. So the reason why I give you my wife as accountability partner is actually she's the first trader I ever seen that does not have any feelings on money. So she does not have any feelings on a number that goes up and down. I never saw anybody change their mindset so fast. And I've taught a lot